And let's face it, she's not a real doctor. We all know it. Real doctors go to college for 4 years and med school for another 4, and then internship and residency and fellowship, and then they take several boards, and they have people's lives in their hands. That's who we know as doctor. When you say doctor, that's what we think of. Fake doctors like Dr. Jill, who insist everyone call them doctor all the time, live in academia for a few years after college and then run around trying to glob on to the respect and admiration we have for medical doctors. That's the truth.
During the NFC Championship game, Megyn Kelly tweeted, quote, "Announcers for this Eagles 49ers game just spotted the First Lady in a box and, of course, call her Dr. Joe Biden. Wonder if she realizes what a wannabe she looks like insisting on this fake title. Get a real MD or just work on your self-esteem." So, the opening clip I just showed was Megyn Kelly doubling down. Now, takes like this aren't new to conservative media. Ben Shapiro said something similar a little while ago. The Megyn Kellys of the world simply think that medical doctors should be the only doctorates referred to as doctors, until she doesn't. More on this later. Well, on Twitter, Jason Patterson said, "Megyn and I were both born in Champaign, Illinois. Megyn was born there because her dad received his doctorate of education, the same degree Dr. Jill has, at the University of Illinois the year after Megyn was born." He added, when her dad taught at the University of Albany, he was called Dr. Kelly. If you don't buy what he's saying, don't worry, he's got receipts. He points out that the late Dr. Kelly had a conference named after him. How is being called a doctor when you've earned a doctorate degree a fake title? With that said, this get a real MD or just work on your self-esteem thing falters even further, especially when you consider that Megyn Kelly refers to Seb Gorka as Dr. Seb Gorka, even though he's not an MD. Should he work on his self-esteem? I think that's a good question from Brian Tyler Cohen.
Joining me now, Dr. Sebastian Gorka. He is the chair of military theory at the Marine Corps University, and he also served as a prosecution expert in the Boston bombing trial. He also runs the GorkaBriefing.com. Dr. Gorka, thank you for being here tonight.
Another question is, why is Megyn Kelly doing this and saying this nonsense? To be fair, she did say,
I am fine calling Dr. Jill if she wants me to. I've done it when meeting her in person, when I interviewed her and her husband at NBC, just like I have for any PhD who wants me to mention their title or whose academic achievement is relevant to our interview or their appearance on my show. But she's the first person I have met who actually wants to be called doctor everywhere and in any context.
But then she pretends like her problem is with people wanting to use a title everywhere all the time, as if they're obsessing over it. The problem really is trying to stay relevant by saying stupid stuff to work on your own self-esteem. For Rebel HQ, I'm Jeff Wiggins. My architect knows Japanese. For more from the Young Turks, stay right here. If you haven't seen my video called "Cop Instantly Regrets Confronting This TikToker," then you should watch it. Click that link in the description and the Jeff Wiggins hashtag for more of my content.